Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks trimmed with black, Spaceman.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry. When there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's heart involved, that's when you get a good fight, one-on-one.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. So much firepower here. So much for boxing. This is a fight. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip, use your footwork, drive your opponent crazy.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
It's a flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off, cut the ring off, make the ring small, put them on the back foot, put them under pressure.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the tournament's got to put a firecracker on the fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Good night. So much you're doing.
There's the bell for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice punch. These two were made for each other. That jab won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's a counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Hey, those punches add up. Both trying for a knockout. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is...
Let him back into the fight.
There's the bell to start round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Good counter punching. Straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That left hook missed. Try to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he throws you down.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. That punch lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to...
Time for the 5th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Punch, counter punch. A perfect counter lands. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Can they figure out the combination to this set?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That one will count. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both men step back for just a moment. They exchange punches. Jab misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your boxing back together. Just take the round off.
Here we go in the 6th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Good counter punch. Nice counter. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Perfect counter shot. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. You'd like to see more jabs. He threw a punch and just got countered. Just missed with that hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Here comes round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
No rest for the weary. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in...
There's the bell for round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That's another scoring shot. It's bombs away. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Left hook just missed. Tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Clearly his opponent was too much for him and he's thrown in the towel. And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up.